Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Sunday, June 26th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture myself through my revelations. And today is such an interesting astro day. We've got the moon in Pisces stirring up the energies. We've got many different connections going on. I'm going to go through them really quick and then really talk about the ones that are really interesting me and coming through strong energy wise. We have the moon in Pisces kicking off the day connecting to Jupiter. We then have the moon trine Pluto, and then Jupiter and the moon are both going to be working with that Pluto energy, with Jupiter and Pluto meeting for the third time in just a recent span of time through a trine. We then have Mercury inconjunct Mars. The moon is going to trine Mars. The moon is going to trine Mercury. So again, we've got like this lunar connection coming in to these interesting off-kilter things, bringing some change energy in. The moon is going to square Mercury. I said that. And then we have Mercury sextiling Uranus. And we have Venus inconjunct Saturn. So, lots of energy. The moon is definitely bringing in her energy. The energy of this Pisces moon. Intuition, old connection, past life stuff is up for sure. So, with the first connection, not the first connection, but the first connection I want to talk about, Jupiter trine Pluto. This is such an interesting connection. I feel like there's actually a deeply spiritual correlation with this energy, especially with the moon chiming in with this. This is happening at 16 degrees, which is a 7, which is a degree of spirit. And I actually feel like this is really feeding into old societies, Atlantis, Lemuria energy. And I feel like where we're at in the world right now is kind of taking us on a similar path. And so you've got to be really vigilant to what's going on in you, because from personal experience, I get to see a lot of my past lives. What I have envisioned and seen from past lives around Lemuria and Atlantis is getting a little woo-woo for me, but it's true. This is what's come up for me. When it's come up is that a lot of us, even though we were doing our very best at the time, we're not completely in alignment with our inner knowing, with our higher truth. And so this is your time right now to get really clear about your personal revelations. Feel them in and through your body and nurture them through yourself, because this Pluto in Capricorn thing is going to rely on you showing up for you being true to you showing up in your responsibility. And so this connection between them is just helping you get in there. And that moon in Pisces may show you some of those things from the past where maybe you have not been in integrity with yourself. And so this is your chance to like really slide into that energy. Also feeding into this energy, we've got Mercury inconjunct Mars. And again, Uranus is feeding into this energy, yachting it at, Mimi words, yachting it right to that Mars energy, Mars retrograde, a few more days in Scorpio. We've got to get solid in our convictions, solid in our path of the soul that we came here to embody. And so Mercury and Uranus are bringing in the mental energy into this and helping us shift our minds around where we're going, how we're moving into this. And again, the moon is not silent in this connection. The moon is tuning in to all of these connections. The moon at 24 degrees is feeding into the Mars and Mercury and Uranus energies and saying, look at the past. Don't be afraid to look at the past, because the past has information for you. Information so that you don't get stuck in that suppression process, suppressing who you really are. Sorry, I didn't turn off my phone for this. I usually do. So this is your chance to really get clear within yourself. And I also want to mention the other thing that came through really clearly with this is that we get so caught up with the outside stuff. And obviously the world has a lot of turmoil going on. And, you know, we never get to see the full picture, and we don't know what's truly going on all the levels. And there's that story that I love to tell. There was a man And he found a cow, and his neighbors were like, oh my gosh, this is such good luck that you found this cow. You have this extra cattle. He's like, good or bad? I don't know. And then his son was trying to milk the cow, and the cow like kicked him and broke his leg, and his neighbors were like, oh, this is such bad luck. You know, the cow broke your son's leg. He's like, good or bad? I don't know. And then a war comes, and the army comes through to draft young men, and his son can't go because he's broken his leg. They're like, oh, what good news? Good or bad? I don't know. That's the state of the world right now. Good or bad? I don't know. All that matters is that you are finding your integrity with yourself, your integrity with your soul. And this is where the feeling power of Cancer really comes in, because your feelings can really help indicate good or bad. Are you in alignment, or are you not being true to yourself? Find the feels within you and let them help guide you through. I do want to mention, with all this mental energy, however, the mental energy plays with the feels, because our minds start thinking things, and then we start feeling. So you've really got to get clear with yourself in this energy. Clear, focused, heart, mind in alignment. That's part of finding your integrity, is getting those energies in alignment. Another card I have for this is silence. Spend time in silence without all the outside ruckus to really get in there. I think the final aspect that I really want to mention today is we've got Venus connecting to Saturn at 11 degrees. So Venus in Cancer, Saturn in Sagittarius, 11 degrees. Part of self-love, taking care of yourself. Meditation is a great way to nurture yourself through all of this energy that's coming up, because this has been intense, and these last few days of Mars retrograde is definitely intense. So spend some time taking good care of yourself. And the card from Rumi today, the blessings of Sehar, echo that thought. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked, and thought is like ice. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. The realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheel to turn. And this is saying, when we are hungry, we reach for what food is available. And if we're starving, we may gorge upon what's before us to find ourselves overfed, undernourished, uncomfortable, and dissatisfied. Your soul needs better quality food. It has been detoxing. You have been shedding old thoughts, feelings, pain, struggles, memories of the past have been flooding out of your soul. That definitely came up today. Now your soul is thus cleansed, and is in need of genuine nourishment to restore it to full radiance and vitality. Love will feed your hungry soul. Nothing less shall suffice. Self-love, self-nurturing. This oracle brings you the message that if something appears to be leaving your life, it is because it is no longer healthy for you and no longer supporting of life for you. There is something more loving and beautiful awaiting. Do not try to feast upon scraps. Stop scraping in the dirt for stale breadcrumbs. Rise up and move towards the seat at the heavenly table gleaming before you, for a greater feast awaits your attendance. So that's it for today. This is a really great time to take advantage of my sale, my reading sale. I'm going to start some readings, I think, next week, building to the new moon that's coming in. So the reading sale is 6 readings for the price of 5. That's at that $30 price. And you can either have 2 readings a month, break the time in half, or 1, and really get the download. What are you working towards? How can you better work with the astro energy for yourself? It's a great way to get to know yourself, get to know your astro cycles, and get to know the astrology that's going on. So really takes things, on a whole level. It will feed your soul. So that's it for today. Check that deal out, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.